Good morning, everyone. So I'm back doing another video. I really just want to try and do a series on what it's like being laid off or unemployed. So I'm not sure what I'm going to title this series. I am thinking of maybe just life unemployed or something like that. But it's been 2 weeks since I have been laid off. Last week, I did have an interview for a customer support position. I only did one round, and then they sent me an assessment, a take-home assessment, and basically I just had to answer different questions. So the questions were examples of what users would say or write into the support team, and then they just wanted to get a sense of how I would respond if I was working for them. And so I thought I did really well on the assessment. I definitely applied all of the principles that I had learned at my previous job, of just making sure like you use empathy, restate the issue so that the customer is aware that you know what the issue is, and then obviously providing a resolution or a solution for them, and then just inviting them to reach back out if they have any questions. And so I did all of that, and I thought I did really, really well. The one mistake I think that I made during my interview is that they asked me a lot of questions like, tell me about a time when you have had a difficult process or you had to learn something new, and then what was your response or reaction to it, or something like that. And the mistake I made is that a lot of my answers were in my previous position as a customer support lead instead of as a customer support associate, which is different. An associate is like the person who answers emails pretty much 90% of their day or whatever, whereas a customer support lead is not necessarily answering emails all the time. So maybe like 20% because they're doing like the really escalated tickets or whatever. And so I kept answering all of my questions as if I were applying for a support lead position, which is really stupid. And so I'm kind of mad at myself. But the good thing is that they said that they would keep me in mind if they had other opportunities that opened up, since it was really clear that I had the qualifications to be a team lead or a support lead. And so I was really disappointed when I got the news. It was like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. I got the email, saw that I didn't get it, and I was super, super bummed. I also had a lot going on at that same exact moment, and so it was just a lot for me. And so I had to like come to my room, regroup, deal with my emotions and whatever. Since then, or right after that happened, maybe for like the next 2 or 3 days, I literally did not do anything. I didn't apply for any jobs. I didn't learn anything. So I've been trying to learn coding. So I'm really trying to like focus on making sure that I get something done each day for that. I didn't do any coding. I kind of just watched TV all day, relaxed. And then now I'm kind of getting back into the groove, or I've been back in the groove. And so what I'm trying to do now is just continue applying. I probably apply for maybe 2 to 5 positions a day, and then I try to spend most of my day learning something from coding. I'm also, because I have a coworker who is also laid off with me or at the same time as me, she has gotten a new position in Salesforce, and so at first I didn't really think I was interested in Salesforce, but I looked at some of the videos last night, looked at the course, and it actually sounds very similar to what I was doing as a customer support lead, basically where you're not even as a lead, but just as a customer support person, because all day what you're doing is working on tickets that come in the queue. And so you're kind of doing the same thing with Salesforce. You're helping people like set up the system and all of this other stuff that comes along with using that platform. And so I think that is something that I'm interested in learning now that I know a little bit more about it. I'm not exactly sure what the timeline as far as when I will have enough knowledge or whatever to not necessarily when I have enough knowledge, but once I take the course, get certified, I don't know what the process is in terms of landing a job, being that I have zero experience. And so that is something that I'm excited about. I do feel like I have options. I can either go back into customer support. I feel like either way, unless it's a really high up customer support position, I will be taking a salary cut. I'm also looking at operations associate roles because I really like being behind the scenes and really being the person that helps to like fix stuff. So that will be interesting to do. And I don't know why I keep pressing on my nose like that. I've been watching a few of my videos and I do it all the time, so I need to stop doing that. And then, so associate position, I can eventually, once I have the certification, apply for Salesforce admin position. And then I really do think that I want to complete my coding education because that is something that I'm really interested in. Even though it is tricky at times, I do love what I'm learning, and I feel like it's like sometimes you can learn something, but then you may have trouble like applying it in practice or in real life. And I feel like I may struggle with that a little bit, but I do really like what I'm learning with coding. And so I want to continue with that. And yeah, so again, this has been 2 weeks of me being laid off. Not much is happening as far as interviews or anything like that. I really am enjoying this time not working. I know that sounds bad, but even though I don't have a set schedule like 8 to 5, which is what my work hours were, I do feel like I'm getting a lot done during my day. So like yesterday, I had a really, really productive day. I got up early. I didn't work out. So it was like my off day. I sat downstairs in the living room, did coding all day. Obviously, I took breaks, so I watched TV, took a nap, and all of that good stuff. And what's helpful for me is knowing that I don't have to try to complete everything during that 8 to 5 window that I'm used to. I can actually really spread out my day because I don't have anything else to do, you know what I mean? So like right now it's 9:40. My day is kind of just starting. I got up at 7:30 to take care of my dog, came back up at 8, lay down for a little bit. I am gonna go run because that is something that I want to do. This is not my off day, and I want to try and knock out that workout, and I feel like that will help set me up for success for the rest of the day. So yesterday I didn't work out. Maybe by like 10 something, I was downstairs in the living room doing my coding lessons all day. Around maybe 11, I ate lunch. Around 12:30ish, I took a nap. And then kind of what time was it? I would say maybe around 2:30 is when I started coding again. I took a break in between like 1:30 and 2:30 to do something else. And then 2:30, I did some lessons until maybe about 5. I also applied to 2 or 3 jobs during that time frame, 2 to 5. I also did a automated phone interview that went well, I think. So we'll see how that turned out. And then from 5 to like 6:30ish, maybe I did things related to dinner. So we went out and got dinner at 8 and then came back, relaxed a little bit. And then from like 7 to maybe 10, I was coding because I was watching basketball games, but I also had set the goal of getting to a certain number of lessons by the end of the day. And I really, really thought that I was going to have everything done by 5, but I did not. So I was super annoyed that I was up late trying to finish those lessons just to meet that goal that I set. I did meet that goal, so I'm really happy about that. And then today I was really gonna continue coding and try to get to another goal of mine. Eventually I want to be halfway through the course, which would be 354-ish lessons. But I may be pivoting to knock out some Salesforce training, so I don't really know what my day is going to look like today. I think I want to spend today learning Salesforce. I'm not really sure, but I don't want to completely abandon my coding lessons because I do want to continue to make progress with that, just because I know that before I had been doing coding, got away from a little bit and didn't touch lessons for like months at a time, and so I don't want that to happen, especially since I have this free time to kind of like do whatever, and I want to make sure that I'm somewhat productive. So yeah. I don't know if there's any other updates that I have to share with you guys. Again, there's not much happening. I'm in the house a lot. Sometimes I do go out to run errands, but usually it's just like to the grocery store to drop off packages, run my dogs to the vet, pick up food sometimes. I'm really trying to be better about eating in the house, especially since eating out is what's going to add up my expenses. So I really need to start making more meals at home. Right now I'm just eating my salads and then pasta. I need to make a variety of meals. So usually I was making chicken tenders, but I stopped making those for whatever reason. I did make hamburgers last week actually, so I do have hamburgers. And then I can make quesadillas. There's other stuff that I can make. I did make steak, but I made it in the oven because I don't really grill or whatever. That wasn't bad. And then salmon. There's a place in New York that I used to go to. It was like a fish place, and you could either do fried or steamed fish, and it was really, really good. So I've tried replicating that here. It doesn't really quite taste the same because just it always tastes better when if you're used to getting something from like a restaurant out, it usually always tastes better at that place. And so I tried to replicate it. It's cabbage, onions, usually I get it with shrimp, but when I made it I didn't make shrimp. So cabbage, onions, broccoli, and then salmon, I think. And sometimes I get it with potatoes, but I didn't have potatoes this time. And so I put that in the steamer, let it go for like maybe about 45 minutes. So it's kind of like cooking in a crock pot because it had to sit for a while. But when you go to the place I'm talking about, it takes them like 15 minutes because they have like this huge steamer and they can do like several meals at once, whatever. So that wasn't bad. I had most of the spices that they use, but it just didn't taste the same. And so I haven't done that in a while. I was able to make, out of the stuff that I bought from the grocery store, I was able to make about 3 or 4 meals with that. And it was, even though it didn't taste the same, it was still good to eat. And so, that's what's happening with my meals. I can't think of anything else that I want to share in this update, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do my next video, but I hope that this video so far, the 2 videos that I've done have been really helpful, just giving you guys a glimpse into what it's like being laid off and just having a bunch of free time to do whatever. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you are going through something similar, or if you have any suggestions for what you think I should do as far as videos, or anything else that you should do while I have this free time. I don't really have a bucket list or anything like that of things that I want to accomplish. I do have a few movies that I want to go see. I want to see Black Panther, but I know that it is out on Disney Plus, so I may go ahead and sign up for a month and watch that. I do want to see the Avatar movie that just came out. And then there's a few other things that I want to do, but for right now, I think this is a good place to end this video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.